how important is it to have the right support system, the right partner in life? How important? Let's talk about that for 1 minute. How important is it
Well,
to have someone in your corner?
I'm going to get a little philosophical here, and I'm going to use
Oh,
Napoleon Hill. He talks about the mastermind principle and talks that the most important sounding board that a man can have is his wife. And to me, it's 100% true, because there's some decisions that are super important that you don't consult it with anybody. You don't consult it with your pet rock, with your friends, or no, it's your wife. It's like they know you at your most vulnerable, and they know your strengths, and it's good. That's at
how
least that's
important
what I
is
think.
it? How important is it to somebody that you trust, that you can bare your soul to, your problems? Somebody, a lot of people are going to therapists, psychiatrists, and group meetings, and all kinds of things. As human beings, and we've gone through a
Mentoring
tough year.
calls.
Mentoring calls are a little, no, seriously. Some of us who know each other and trust each other, in private calls and things like that, where we can talk honestly about our challenges, our problems, and everything. How wonderful is it to have somebody who cares enough and will listen, and maybe offer some, enthusiastic, reliable advice? How important is it to have somebody like that in your world?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the question is like, do the elite athletes, top performers, do they have, a personal trainer, like a private psychologist, or that 99% of them, they do, because that's, like, if you really want to become a 1% or an ultra high performer, that you need to have that support staff. And I think that the decision of working with people that are where you want to be, let's say in 3-6 years from now, that's what helps you grow.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever you're looking for a mentor, or just try to look for somebody, okay, is that person actually doing or is actually getting the success where I want to go? Or it's somebody that is just, like teaching from a classroom that was super successful maybe 20 years ago, but now they're just in the information selling business.
Yeah. The thing is, we need honest, contemporary feedback in sales. One of the things that we do here with Guts and my mentees, we role play a lot. We practice, and it's hopefully it's not, we don't want to pick on anybody. It's constructive criticism for one reason. I want people to make money. I want people to experience what I have experienced, that when you make a sale off the sweat off your own brow, and you're giving someone excellent value, whether it's in real estate, life insurance, used dental floss, and when you get that contract, you get that check, you get that credit card, and you made that honest money, how good is that feeling? How good does that feel?
Second best feeling in the world.
2 feet. Do you ever get that feeling where you're just the endorphins are coming through? Like exercise. But sometimes when you make a sale, I'm like a little kid. When I do a sale, I just made a nice sale the other day, a real estate deal. And I run upstairs to Claudia, look what I did. I feel like I'm in third grade. I want to hang up the contract on the refrigerator or something, It's such a good feeling. And what Felipe was saying, everybody's teaching all the stuff, all the busy work, the computer applications, Felipe, help me. You always, the acquisition manager. What do you
We
call
got
all those
acquisitions manager, transaction coordinators, integrators. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Dispositions. Oh my God, there's so many of them. There's so
Alan,
many
who
of
are
them.
the other? There's got to be somebody. Oh, the VAs, oh my God.
Phone callers.
Yeah, all that stuff. And in the end, and just sharing this with you guys, I only do one thing and I do it well. I give good phone. I talk to people. See, all that stuff, it's nothing wrong with it, by the way. Scraping and buying your lists and auto dialers and all that stuff is good. But where do you make the money? Okay, this sounds like Wall Street. Oh, no, Jerry Maguire, show me the money. Where do you make really, if you get down to it, down to the essence, the core, where do you really make your money?
Talking to the decision makers.
Exactly. If you use the right words with enthusiasm, with passion, you ask the right questions, you put the right pictures in their mind while you're doing it, you have a greater likelihood that that person will like you, trust you, and want to give you their hard-earned money or a contract or the real estate or whatever you're selling. But if you're just reading a script, hi, just reaching out to you today. Would you consider doing a lease purchase or something? Do you think that works? Really? Go ahead, give it to me. You argue with me. Tell me I'm wrong. I'm full of it. I can take it. But do you think that really works today?
Notice what he did.
One time in
Notice
100.
what. Yeah, notice what he just did. Claude just did a patented guts move. Tell me that I'm wrong. So he's going with a negative so we can give him a positive. You see, this is how powerful this
I hate
is.
when you always use my shit against me. I can't get away with it.
we can say that word because it's in my t-shirt. You have to give a shit. When you do give a shit about your prospects, you have to, you really can go to the bank more often. But the truth is this: if everybody is doing it, you need to stop doing it. And one thing that everybody's doing right now, and there's a huge hype on volume, scaling, doing more, like grinding, just get 99 no's because the number 100 is going to be a yes. But really, are you going to get a yes? Are you going to be mentally ready to have an adult to adult conversation when you're hearing all day, you're getting all day, you're being beat up pretty much on the phone or in person or or on Zoom? It doesn't work like that. I mean, been there, done that. I used to drink the Kool-Aid of volume, and to a certain degree, yeah, we do a lot of that in my real estate business, but it's not pretty. The overhead can get out of control. It's very, very quick.
Alan, just on that same genre, tell everybody what we were talking about assertiveness, confidence. We had a private training session an hour ago. Tell everybody what we talked about, some of the high points.
Hey man, at the end of the day, you deserve to win. No one's gonna look at the times that you got,
That's awfully arrogant. What do you mean you deserve to win? Who are you?
That's a great question. I don't know who I am, but I do know one thing, man. It's either you're with the crowd or you create your own path. So, I mean, where would you want to be?
You make you sound like you come. You mean you come first up? No, but I'm reading some books right now from Jeffrey Gitomer and all these guys, and they're saying, give the prospect everything. The customer comes first. You're saying the direct opposite. Who are you to say that?
It's not me. I read it from this book called The Guts Rules, and the number one.
Oh, just happen to have a copy on me.
Oh,
Yeah.
It just happens to be that book right there. Number one rule of guts is the salesman comes first, contrary to popular belief.
Explain that. What do you mean the sale? Let's go to Mr. Holland. Why do you think, Mr. Holland, that Alan is talking about the salesperson coming first? Why do we need that kind of attitude?
Well, we need to portray that we're the expert, and we're on the phone because we're here to make money and we're here to provide a solution. But at the end of the day, we matter. Our business, our family matters more than the person on the other end of the phone.
The salesperson always, I had to look at it's my own book and I couldn't find it. This is my book of rules, the gut sales method here. It's on my webpage, claudediamond.com. See, I segued a little commercial in there.
Shameless plug, but it was done with finesse.
Shameless plug, and everybody here gets to make a little plug on it. The thing about it is, if you don't feel, we have to go into this like we're a confident doctor or lawyer or a successful business person. If we go in hat in hand as a beggar, as submissive, subservient, if we say the same old, boring, tired language, the script that everyone else says, what do you think the likelihood, the mathematical algorithms are that we will succeed and make an honest dollar today?
Very low.
Below average.
Yeah. We're in a very competitive world. Everybody agree?
Agreed.
Yes.
Why should someone do business with you, Mr. Patton, today?
Because I'm the expert and I'm going to provide the solution.
Oh, okay. Are you going to tell them that?
Yeah, because again, like you just said, if you're sitting there pandering to them, they're going to think you're the dog begging for scraps at the table.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any confidence in you. They want a
Now-
doctor or lawyer.
Now, keep in mind one thing, because that's what we know for internally, but externally, people don't care at all about us. They just care if we can solve their problem.
Right.
So
How do
if
we
you tell
find
them,
out their
if you
problem?
tell them, trust
we
me,
find
I'm
out the
trustworthy,
problem? Felipe,
by
how do we
asking the
find out
right
the problem?
questions.
When most people in sales go in and just give up yak presentation, they go right into presentation. When they finally get somebody, they finally get a prospect to listen to them. What does 100% of all salespeople do?
They go into presentation mode.
Hi, start the slideshow, Harry. What does a gut salesperson do that is so opposite, so 180 degrees? What do we do differently? Get their attention, get their respect, and to sound like and to create that air of authority. What do we do that's different?
Ask questions.
Ask questions.
Ask questions. Sergio, how are you, my friend?
I'm getting better. Thank you.
Good. I'm glad you're recovering. So you're all good?
Yep, ready to work.
Okay. How do your 5 girlfriends feel right now? He's only 15. He's only 15 years old.
Yeah, my bad, but I don't have one.
But you know what? If he's invested in self-development and becoming superb in sales at age 15, you'll be unstoppable. And it's never too late. I got invested in self-development at age 33, 34, and now I'm, close to 40. It was the best decision ever. I was already, over 30 and making, embarrassed to the income I was making with kids and all that. If you're invested already at age 15, man, you'll become very, very successful, to say the least, because you're learning the one skill that's going to set you free for life.
Yep.
And it's not scaling. It's not integrators. It's not scraping tools. And it's not walking on hot coals. It's talking to people, but being intentional about it. Because you can talk to 99 people and say the wrong thing. And that's the definition of insanity.
Yeah. If you can speak to 5 quality prospects, you guys, my definition of quality prospects, anybody know what that means? Most people I think are bothering people or cold calling people. Nothing wrong with that if you have the patience. You know what my problem is? I'm impatient. I think impatience is my virtue. I don't want to wait for things to happen. I want to make them happen. How do I make them happen? I speak to good, warm prospects every day. It's worth the time and trouble to put out compelling content on TikTok, on Instagram, on Pinterest, on YouTube, on Facebook. If you can put out compelling, interesting 1-minute, 5-minute contents, we're in a 1-minute world right now. Why is TikTok and Instagram exploding right now? Why?
People have short attention spans.
What are they? What's the cultural shift?
Oh, they want really fast to get the, I don't know how it's called. I'm sorry.
Bite-sized information.
They want to get happy really fast. Oh my God, I don't know how to explain myself.
They want it fast. They want to
Yeah.
They want to DQ it, do it quick. They want to be entertained. They want hard information and they want it quickly. They don't want to hear your prelude, your life story. They don't want to hear all of it. They want to get to the happy ending right at the end. They want to see ET, bye-bye. That's it. Forget about the other 90 minutes. Okay. They want it when Old Yeller comes home. They want something that's to the point and entertaining, totally compelling. If you can put out content like that on a consistent basis, Holland, this is my marketing plan, by the way. Okay. This is how one guy with no employees can run $1 million business by putting out consistent, compelling, interesting, contemporary, consistent content. That was a mouthful. Okay. And attracting people to his world. So I don't have to cold call and get 500 rejections every week. So I can just give me a couple, 2, 3, 5 people a day, have a good adult to adult conversation, make an offer on their property, on their situation. and tell them it's okay to say no. Tell them they're not allowed to think about it. You can fire them. That comes from authority. Authority is very important in Cialdini's rules. And then if you have those conversations, even if you don't make a sale and you have a good conversation, do you have enough mojo, enough adrenaline, enough endorphins to say, hey, that was a good conversation. I'm going to make another call. I'm going to call John and Mary. They were on my webpage. They sent me an email. They registered for this. I'm going to pick up the phone and call them today. If you have a couple good phone calls every day, where does that leave? What does that do to your ego, your mindset? Can you be consistent in your marketing? What happens when you're consistent talking to people who you know have some need or greed or an interest in your product or service? What happens?
It's just a positive conversation. It's a lot easier to keep going.
Go deep.
And it compounds.
Oh, talk about compounding. I love that word. That's a great word. That's a $10 word.
$10 word. Thank you. Thank you. So, I mean, remember there's a rule of 5. Talk to 5 people a day. Be consistent about it, or put your 1 piece a day or 2 pieces a day of social media of quality content to attract quality prospects. But if you're consistent, then what happens is that you're going to see that you're going to have a very, very good pipeline. It's not going to happen overnight, but you're definitely going to be in a way better position than if you don't do it. Now, it's like the same things, like the prospecting you do today pays off, depending on the business and real estate or whatever, pays off 30 days from now, 60 days from now. But the one that you don't do, it's going to come and bite you in the rear on very soon too. And that's when you get into the roller coaster. So that's why it's so important to stay consistent. I mean, you make a commitment of, I don't know, I'm going to talk to 5 people, whatever the marketing channel is. I'm going to put 1 piece of content a day, quality content, of course, bite size. You don't need to do an hour webinar. You can do a 2-minute video. Hey, listen, how to avoid this mistake in real estate or whatever. And I mean, I just literally, like before this call, I actually joined 3 minutes later because I received a call from a seller of a mobile home park that I spoke to 3 weeks ago. But because it was a good adult to adult conversation where she wasn't allowed to think about it, she gave me a no at the moment, and now she called, hey, is your offer still standing? And I go like, I don't know, we kind of moved on, use a guts move, and now we're sending her an offer to buy on our terms. And that's from compounding, from doing what you need to do, talk to people.
Talk to people. And if you talk to people and they're good conversations, even if you don't make the sale, you get information, you go to the next call and the next call after that. The math is now, the forces of the universe are now in your favor to close. If you have a marketing plan, we have easy to talk to good prospects, the guts marketing plan, and then you use the guts system. You set an agenda, you qualify, you commitment to close, you get them up and you ask questions with stroking, nurturing, and redirection. I'm sorry, I'm throwing this all together in one sentence here almost. Everything is in your favor to make an honest dollar today, to make a lot of money today, to close on a real estate. You could close on $1 million home today if you have the right prospect and you use the right words. Like a surgeon uses a scalpel, a talented surgeon, like a great lawyer in front of a jury uses the right words to defend somebody. You have to be a master of words or questions, like a doctor doing a diagnostic. If you're hurting, if you're not feeling good, and you go see your doctor, don't you want your doctor to succeed? You're in pain. Don't you want that person? Don't you want to trust that person? Don't you want them to remove your pain, to have the skill and the knowledge to give you the right advice, surgery, pharmaceuticals, whatever? Don't you want that? So is it your responsibility to create this in other people? Can you create this in other people? Do we have that secret superpower? Hiya, Mr. Bagnall. How are you, sir? You got me on my soapbox today. I've been drinking too much coffee or something. I don't know. And everything. I love sales though. I love the challenge of sales. And I used to hate it. I used to hate sales. truth be told, I don't know about you guys. The rejection, the frustration, the hangups, the cursing who wants to do that every day? Truth be told, everybody have 2 martinis here. I'm buying. Everybody have a couple martinis and a shot of sodium pentothal. Well, has everybody experienced that? Thank you for the thumbs up. Does everyone experience that kind of humiliation and rejection in sales besides me? Maybe I'm the only one.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. Makes you feel, do you want to pick up that phone and make more phone calls and get more of that stuff dumped on you?
It gets heavy, but if you go back to rule number 1, where you put yourself and your emotions first, and then what Holland said, you can keep on going.
You have to understand the mindset of the person you're trying to persuade. How do you approach that person? What's your best? The other day on with Justin, did you guys watch the Justin Chamness? It was about openers. I came in the last 15 minutes and we did a couple role plays. Alan, you were there. Can we go to a total stranger who we know maybe has some interest, or a property for sale, for rent? They want to get into a home. They want advice on how to do a lease purchase or a wholesale deal. What's our opener with that person to get their respect and attention? Hi, how are you today? Just reaching out. Let's talk about lease purchasing, huh? Is that what you're going to do? No. What are you going to do? What's your opener? How do you get somebody? What would a doctor say to a patient who just came in, hasn't seen that patient in 2 years?
Cool if I ask you some questions to see if I even help you?
Oh, yeah, sure, Dr. Sergio. Oh,
that's great. That basically.
Oh God,
why are you here? What's the problem?
Oh God, this hurts. Oh, what, doctor? I'm sorry.
What happened these days with you?
Well, do you see my hand on my neck and I'm oohing and ahhing in pain?
Yeah, I see it. What happened?
Oh, okay. I want a little Felipe. You be my doctor now. I want you to be my nurturing doctor. I haven't seen you in 2 years. I don't know if I can trust you, if I even like you. And I come in your office. Oh, hi, doctors. Hi, doctor.
Oh my God, Claude, what happened?
Oh, I lifted a case of really good wine out of the car, and my neck is just.
Oh, you must be doing great, and I didn't get one in the mail. But let me ask you this:
humor. I'm in pain, and he's cracking jokes.
How long has it been happening?
You never know what's going to happen in a role play, right?
Yeah, but how long has it been? I mean, how long has it been hurting? On what?
My wife got a good deal on this Pinot Noir, and I lifted it out of the car, and it's just something went crunch, and I just don't know.
Where does it hurt the most? Does it hurt here or here?
It feels like it's hurting me everywhere, doctor.
Okay. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about when this incident happened, so I can know what to better do from there?
Go ahead. You do that with Holland now. Let's switch off. Holland, you're the patient in pain. I want Felipe to make you fall in love with him platonically.
Yeah, in a totally heterosexual way, please, just for the record.
Whatever float. Now, let's not be judgmental here. Whatever floats.
Absolutely. Just from one man to another is going to be a bro fest. That's the goal.
Right, man love.
Yes.
That's right. Well, I just got over an episode of neck pain, so this will be easy. So my neck is killing me. I mean, I slept on it wrong, and I picked up that case of wine. It's just I can't do anything. I'm so distracted.
Oh my God, I'm sorry to hear that. But let me ask you this: how long have you been feeling like this? When did this happen?
I was on top of the world till 2 nights ago. One of the kids slept in bed with us, maybe slept on my head, and next morning
it happens all the time. It happens all the time. I got 3 kids myself. I don't, I know how do I go to bed? I don't know where I'm going to wake up. That's for sure. But let me ask you this. If we can solve that, and, with, I brain freeze. Claude, take it over. It's 3 o'clock.
You know what, Holland, you're in pain. I can't, I hate that. You're a good guy. You're a hardworking man. I'm going to fix that pain. You're lucky. I have the same problem. I have a lot of patients like that. I'm going to examine you. I'm going to poke you. I'm going to put a cold stethoscope on you. And if you don't mind, is that all right if I do a little poking and prodding?
Yeah, I'll do anything to get rid of this pain.
Thank you, because this is what I'm going to promise you. We're going to remove that pain, and we're going to remove it quick. Whether it's physical therapy, maybe I'll recommend some surgery or some exercises. Maybe I'll give you a prescription drug until we can find out the right reason. And I'm going to take good care of you. You're going to walk out of this office and have a solution.
Notice. Mhm. Sorry.
It's okay. Go ahead.
Notice what he did. He did an agenda. He actually did a strong agenda where he says, like, yeah, I'm gonna poke. It's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt a little bit, but I got your best interest at heart. I care about you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna fix you. Now, I'm like, Doc, you can poke the hell.
You're a little frozen, Felipe, and for some reason you're.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good now.
Is it back?
No, it's back now. You're back.
Sorry.
See, it doesn't matter whether it's a doctor, a real estate deal, used Q-tips, yeah, whatever you're selling. Can you make that? See, most of the gurus are still selling or teaching sales like it's 1950. Bonding and rapport. You got to earn that trust. You've got to ask questions with nurturing and redirection. If you just go into your presentation, it sounds self-serving. Hi, let me tell you all about the history of the planet Earth. Here's my slides. And the guy falls asleep. Okay, if you ask questions, okay, somebody has a property for sale. I do redirection all the time. People always ask me, Claude, what's your favorite opener? Redirection. Someone who has a house for sale or for rent. Gee, Alan, you have that home on Avocado Lane. I love that neighborhood. My grandmother used to live there. You live there, right?
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Yeah. Why you don't want to sell that home, right? It's a mistake in Zillow or the MLS. I'm sorry to be a bride. I couldn't believe I saw this listed for sale. It's a mistake, right? You don't want to sell that home.
I appreciate your interest, but I am selling it. Yes.
Why do you want to sell it? I don't understand. Forgive maybe I'm naive as hell. It's too nice a neighborhood. You got great schools. You got those beautiful parks nearby. You got that great golf course nearby. It's a safe neighborhood. I think it's got the lowest crime anywhere. And the appreciation is I think you had 18% appreciation in the last 12 months. What's going? Why you sure you want to sell it today?
Oh wow! Thanks for sharing that information. I didn't even know that it appreciated that much.
You're in one of the best, most desirable neighborhoods. I love that area. I used to love visiting my grandmother. She was a couple blocks away from you. Why are you selling that home?
You're right. Maybe I should hold on to it. Thanks for the tip, Claude.
Absolutely. Why did you even want to sell it in the first place? Before I go.
Yeah. Thanks for that question. I mean, initially, everyone in the block was selling, so we're like, gee, why not hop on the bandwagon?
But then you got to move, and you need a place to live. Are you a family man? Do you have?
Yeah, I got a little one. You're right.
I mean, you're going to have to buy another place and move all the furniture and get a moving van and everything like that. I mean, you didn't just wake up one morning and said, I'm going to sell it because.
Yeah, I mean, we've been wanting to relocate out of state, so I figured if everyone else is
here it comes.
Moving outside, then why not join them?
Here it comes. Okay, off the role play. Thank you, Alan. You did it beautifully. What did I set up? Okay, did I sound like a bull in a china shop? I just went in the complete unexpected direction in my sales. Why did I do that, and what did I receive?
The opposite direction.
Why? Holland. Mr. Mr. Carswell.
Yes.
Why did you don't need a face mask for Zoom. Why do I go in the completely unexpected, shocking? Why do I do that opposite approach? to people. You don't want to sell it. I'm trying to almost talk the people out of doing business with me. That's crazy, is it? That's absolutely nuts, isn't it?
When you go to the left, they come to the right. It's like a boomerang.
Tell me more. I don't know what you mean.
You're doing it right now. So it's like the more curious you seem and the more ignorant you play, they tend to want to just divulge more information.
Yeah. Yeah. And that information they give, when someone says, well, we're downsizing, we just thought we'd see what the market would bear and everything. Is that the truth? Aren't they holding their cards close to their chest? Isn't there nobody wakes up one morning and says, I'm just going to sell a home.
Right.
My most valuable asset. I'm just going to sell, let's just sell a home. No, you got to get to the truth. And the only way to get to the truth with a stranger in the first 180 seconds, the only way is to go in an unexpected direction. This is the psychology of sales success. This is what the masters do. They don't give a premature presentation. They do a little bit of what we call a pattern interrupt. We've talked a lot about pattern interrupts. And then they go into an unexpected question, a redirection, positive or negative, whatever, to get that information. Once you get that information, now you might know how to sell them, right? Can we just sell somebody by calling them and telling, let me tell you how wonderful wholesaling, lease purchasing is. It's great. It's the best thing since the English muffin. You're really going to turn somebody, you persuade them when you just splatter in for all this stuff you're throwing against the wall?
Just throwing up on them. No, you can't.
You can't. You got to get them emotionally involved. Someone, please, I'm going to put Holland on the spot. Holland, the $1 million rule, the most important rule I teach to becoming financially free. What is that rule? You're on the hot. Not fair. He just started. But
I heard it yesterday. I'm drawing a blank.
No, you're not. Come on. People make
decisions based on emotion.
Right. What does that mean? Why do I think that's so important?
Well, again, it's EQ over IQ. I mean, people make decisions.
EQ over IQ. I don't know. EQ, what is that?
Yeah, emotional quotient.
Croissants. What does EQ stand for?
So emotional quotient over their intelligent quotient. I mean, you can take the smartest guy in the world, but if he's in a pressure cooker, and he has a problem and needs to go away tomorrow, the EQ is going to trump the IQ every day of the week.
I just did it to Holland. I feigned ignorance. Besides redirection, another way to get information from people so you know how to sell them is to feign, FEIGN, ignorance. Could you help me? I'm not sure if I understand. What do you mean by that? That's a great question. You must have asked that for a reason. Why do I do those playing, playing that? Why do I do that?
Because people want to help folks who seem to be a little bit lost or running astray.
Say that again. That was brilliant.
Yeah, it's like Palumbo. He acted kind of aloof and like, hey, I can't figure this out. Help me out here. And
I'll see you later. One more question.
One more question.
I'm sorry. That was this. You want to learn how to sell? Watch a couple. What was his name again? Oh, the actor. He was great. What was his name?
Peter Falk.
Was it Peter Falk? Yeah. And he did this all the time. He had a crumply, wrinkled raincoat. His hair was, and everything. He was
missing his pen. Couldn't find his pen.
Never going to find a pen. He always looked. The word is disheveled. The $10 word. What happened when he portrayed physically? He portrayed kind of a bumbling, unsophisticated kind of guy. What did he create in the other people's minds about him?
That he wasn't hitting on all cylinders and he needed some help.
Yeah, he wasn't a sharp guy. But what do we know? What do we really know about him? Do you think he did we knew he was pretty sharp cookie, right? We knew he was pretty smart. Do you think he did that on purpose?
Yeah, that was the smokescreen so he could get the information that he wanted.
You've now just learned gut selling. If we do the same thing, repetitive thing that doesn't work, the definition of insanity, like everybody else does, and we get a constant rejection and frustration, why should we continue doing something like that? Why don't we become Columbo? Or why don't we become the doctor asking questions, or the lawyer who says, gee, what's your problem? Why are you here? Oh, let me find it. Maybe I can help you. Maybe I can keep you out of jail. Maybe I can save you money. I don't know if that's important to you. If it is, let's make a commitment. Are you prepared? If you found a solution, are you prepared to make a commitment today so we can move forward, or is it over? Who's in control? You're playing a role. I always talk about, you're kind of a therapist, a student of different aspects of psychology. I'm studying right now on Marston and the DISC system, compliance, dominance, inducements, and submission. I love studying. I'm a psychobabbler. You guys know that. But so much of this stuff can make you so powerful in understanding how we human beings tick. And if we say the right words, the right questions at the right time, and then we act accordingly, how much easier is it to do business?
100%.
Yeah. So
Claude, what would be a good opener when you getting somebody on the phone who say I got a lead, I'm calling on the phone about insurance?
on insurance? Well, what kind of client? Where'd you get the lead from? Real quick.
Purchase leads.